Yeah, the three. If you're in line with the NSA, yeah.
All right, we're live.
Ooh, hi.
Hi.
Hello all.
Hey.
Hi, internets.
Okay. Let me just grab a quick link, and we will.
Drop it in
Get-
Drop it in the self promotions
Yes.
because Morton might come along if he's not busy.
Cool. We just got back from getting the antidote thing for failing, hadn't we?
Yes. Now we're taking a well-deserved bath.
Yeah.
Yep. In what I'm going to call the frog pond.
Yep, the frog pond. Like, how did you not notice that when you built it?
No, I noticed it. I just didn't care.
Oh, okay.
The alt-right pond.
The keck baths.
That's it. The keck baths. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Should get some like frog deities and put them around. I gotta say that's the thing I've never seen. I've never seen a frog demon or like a bad guy frog kind of person.
All right, so it's
pretty
about
what are they, Murlocs? Aren't they like evil frogs?
Hey?
Kind of.
They're kind of like a frog cross with a fish.
Yeah.
But a bipedal. Yeah, they're weirdos.
They're fish with feet.
So it's a bit after midday, and you guys have been soaking away the stress, and all the tension from your previous wanderings around and dealing with, what was it, gnolls, or I can't remember. I wasn't paying attention.
The DM wasn't paying attention. Wow.
Suresh and Olgoth are relaxing in the super hot eye, and Naya and Aralis are relaxing in the medium hot eye, pointedly ignoring each other's newness.
Suresh doesn't care. He's a dragonborn. It's like.
Yeah.
I know I've got this kind of covered in hair, so you know.
Suresh doesn't necessarily have external genitalia, but kind of like a cloaca. Yeah, we're just not talking about it, really.
I would have thought Algothar's got a kind of a sort of swamp kind of formed around him, where like there's like all the dirt and the small animals and branches and stuff are kind of floating away from him.
Yep. Yeah, and like little bugs are swimming around him, and there's like an oil slick spreading out from him. It's been a little while since he's had a bath.
He's like changed from a to overall a whole shade lighter.
Yeah. It's a bit after midday, and you guys are just sitting there relaxing. What are we doing?
I think Suresh is probably surreptitiously just trying to waft the water slightly so the dirt doesn't come in his direction. Like if any bugs come his way, he's just practicing reaching out and snapping them out of the fucking water. Monkey swiftness.
Aralis would be making like shy eyes at Neona, and every time she looks over at him, he'd like look away.
Aralis? Shy?
Oh, this trip must have changed him.
They are naked in a bath.
Yeah.
How good is this?
Suresh is. Oh, nice. I think it's right. Well, it's after 11 o'clock. I could start drinking gin now, to be fair. Surish is going to be like, so, what's the next plan? I mean, are we going to find these people, person, whoever did this? I mean,
You mean the bastards that shot Failing?
yeah, that.
Well, I'd like to. I don't know about the rest of you.
Got nothing better to do. Seems like the right thing to do. Might as well.
It depends if Orvek assigns us to investigate or not. I'm sure the Watch has many capable people.
Yeah, but I mean, we did help save his life. Surely that's, good bargaining chip for requesting we get the mission.
True.
If
We
all
got
else fails, I'll just charm him into it.
Naona's going to look at Aralus and like, I didn't know Orvek was your type.
With magic, my dear.
Have we got the rest of the day off?
You basically have the rest of the day off. I'm sure if you go talk to Orvek, maybe you could start early if you want.
2 seconds.
So Neona's going to kind of look around at everyone. Just like, did anyone have anything they wanted to do with their free time this afternoon?
I never know what to do with free time. I'm not really used to having it.
I'd go pray.
Who do you reckon I take my shield to get it decorated?
There's plenty of.
Asked Aralus of the group.
Oh.
You could
I
take
reckon
it to
do you want to
the.
take to a cabinet maker or?
I'm sure the Tin Man's attire
made-
could
it's made
help
wood,
you out.
Yeah. Yeah, Neona's going to look at him like he's being a bit dense and like the armorer or the weaponsmith, maybe? It's like, you're really not used to this, are you, Aralus?
Well, do they have paint? Like, does the weaponsmith have paint?
Oh,
That's my
right.
question.
You want it just painted? Well, yeah, probably an armorsmith.
Well,
May know.
colours on it. At the moment, it's just plain bloody wood.
Is there like somebody that does heralds in town? A herald? I don't know what they're called. I mean, I'm new here. I don't
I'll
really
ask
know.
Beaumont. He probably knows.
All right, what are we doing?
Well,
I feel clean. I guess Surish is gonna get out, dry himself off, get dressed.
Olgoth is he's gonna get out himself, and he's gonna shake like a dog. So we go head to toe like that whole, all the way down, right down to the tail. He flicks a little bit of water off the end. And it's like, done.
Yeah, Neona's like can you do that over there, away from us, please?
And Olgoth
Surish is like.
Olgoth walks up a bit closer and does it again.
Do you reckon we could weaponize that? I mean, pretty handy.
Give it a couple of weeks and it's over my next bath.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I mean, we could head back to the watch and see if Orvek will let us investigate what's happened to Failing.
I'm up for that.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Sounds like a plan.
Happy to
Alrighty.
Your pretty shield might have to wait till later. Arliss.
Well, I mean, we could do that first. It's going to take a while. She'll have to, like, hand it in and get it back later, I'd assume. Unless she just wants, like, a stick man on it or something.
Stick man.
I don't think that's his style.
Alright, let me grab you guys. Put you down here. Oh, grab.
Swoosh! No swooshing. I'm not allowed to swoosh.
There we go. You walk into the headquarters, and Orvex not at his normal desk. You can, as you peek around the dividing wall, you see him up where Phelan usually sits. He's looking over the map of the town and shuffling through papers. So basically, whilst Phelan is in recovery, he's in charge.
Okay, Neona is just gonna wander up to Orbeck. Afternoon, Orbeck.
Nayoda, how are you doing?
I'm good. Is Failing recovering well?
He's at home. Flowers is looking after him. He should recover in time.
Excellent. Have you had any progress on finding out who did this to him?
Well, I was going to wait until the morning and ask you guys to have a look around and see what you could find out.
See?
I mean, we would be happy to start this afternoon. It's a terrible thing that's happened to Failing.
Yes, it is. Are you sure you don't want to take the rest of the day off? You've travelled far.
We have, but we have bathed, and I think we're all well rested enough. And I don't think any of us will sleep easy, knowing whoever attacked Failing is still out within the walls of Talia.
Alrighty then. He pulls out from underneath the table there the crossbow bolt, and he's got it in a piece of cloth, and he puts it on the table and he unwraps it and he says, "This is the only lead we have at the moment. Maybe you could take it to the Fletchers and see if they can give you an idea of who made it."
Okay. Would Neona get any idea of like the sort of person that you've made it, being like an archer and stuff?
Give me a perception check.
Perception. I think I'm quite good at that. I am. 21.
Oh, nice. From your experience of dealing with arrows and crossbows and bolts and everything, you can tell that this is not something that is mass produced. It looks what's the word I'm looking for?
Handmade, custom made.
It looks custom made. The metal of the actual head of the bolt looks the metal looks crude, but it is cast well. You look at the shaft of the bolt and it looks like, let's say, standard U. And the fletching, you have no idea.
Okay. Okay. Neona is going to wrap the cloth back around the bolt and grab hold of it.
Now, Orvex says you might want to try the Fletchers over near the Tin Man's attire, and he points to the map where it is, and go see them. They might be able to give you a better idea.
Excellent, thank you, Orvex.
All right, and he goes back to he goes back to what he was doing, shuffling through the papers and looking at the table and everything. So when you're ready to leave, I'll bring you out to the main town map.
Does anyone want to do anything else while we're here?
No, I'm good.
Nope, I've got everything. Ready to go.
Awesome, let's do this. So, why didn't that show up? Stupid. Let's have a look. I might just change the layer. There we go. You can up just above, in between the cemetery and the tailors, you know that there's a Fletcher's called Fletchers and Fletching.
Bit of a mouthful.
The guy, whoever named this town wasn't very imaginative. I should have hired somebody else to call things, I'm thinking.
I mean, dwarves aren't known for their imagination, are they, Suresh?
I guess not.
So I'll go the Fletchers.
All right, so you go up to the Fletchers, and it's a small, tidy shop, and you see barrels full of arrows and bolts, and hung on the walls you see crossbows and bows of all sizes and designs, and you see and behind glass you can see some very nice pieces that are obviously
which
like
slightly
masterpieces.
distracts Neona.
And behind the counter, you see a elven man. He says, good afternoon, travellers. What can I do for you? I know you're in your guardsman's uniform. He says,
Yeah, tabards on and stuff, I presume.
good afternoon, officers. What can I do for you?
Good afternoon. And she's going to talk to him in Elven.
Okay.
Arliss is going to hang back by the door. Just watch.
She's going to put the cloth down on the counter and open it up. I wonder, good sir, if you could tell us anything about this crossbow bolt.
He picks it up and he goes, and he like feels all along it, and he touches the feather, and he goes, Fletchers, come here for a sec. I need your help. And from a room behind the counter waddles out a little dwarf. He goes, what do you think of this? And Fletcher's looks at it, and he licks the wood, and he goes, and he holds it up, and he goes,
Has it still got poison on it? Neona's going to say, just careful, that was a poisoned bolt.
Oh, thank you for telling me, Johnny come lately. he gingerly holds it.
The Irish dwarf.
I never promised you good accents, okay?
Leona's going to try and talk to him in Dwarven, but she's like, I've not heard an accent like yours before. You're obviously not from around here.
No, lass. I'm from.
Are you related to leprechauns?
I'm of the sea dwarves. There's not many of us around here. We usually try and stay to our butts.
Understandable.
And he holds the crossbow bolt gingerly now, knowing that it was poisoned. And he goes, Fletcher, what do you think of this? And he points to some markings on the arrowhead, and he goes, and they both at the same time yell out, Fletching! And out from the back of the store waddles a little gnome, and he's the usual gnome, and he's got like the glasses and like with all the adjustable lenses and everything, and he waddles over and he goes, what do you think of this? And he goes, and he licks it, and he goes, and he adjusts it.
Neona at this point is just shaking her head.
And he pulls down one of the lenses on his little glasses, and he goes, He pulls down another one, and he goes, did you see this? And they go, yep. What about this? Yep. He goes, The arrowhead is of cheap steel, but it is very well made. The shaft is your average U shaft, but these feathers, I don't know where they are from. Gentlemen, have you seen them? No, Fletching. What about you, Fletcher? No, Fletchers. I haven't seen it either. This is a conundrum. And then Fletching goes, wait a minute, I've just got to get this name because I forgot who it was.
What colour are the feathers, just out of interest?
They're like white and brown and grey, like the colours fade in and out.
Okay.
And Fletching says, maybe Torleaf will know. Torleaf, what a great idea, Fletching. I thought so too, Fletchers. And they start congratulating them. Good job, Fletcher. Thank you, Fletchers. Good job, Fletching.
Neona's going to interrupt them, and she's like, and Torleaf is who?
Torleaf the Ranger. He lives out in the forest to the northeast of town. Maybe you could go see him. And he pulls out a piece of paper and a piece of charcoal and draws you a rough map. He says, follow the map, it'll be easy. And Fletcher goes, maybe I could interest you in some of our fine wares.
Neona could actually do with some more arrows. She's like, oh, I'd like to see your finest longbow arrows.
And he comes around. Fletcher's comes around the counter and pulls you along to a barrel where it's full of cloth yard shafts. And he goes, "What do you think of these? I made them myself."
Is this the elf?
This is the dwarf. Fletcher is the elf. Fletcher's is the dwarf, and Fletching is the gnome.
Okay. She's going to have a look at them. She's like, these are fine work. Do you have any elven-made arrows, though?
No, that slack bastard Fletcher. I've just fucked up this attitude. He only likes to make bows. Fletcher looks at him and gives him a dirty look.
She's going to kind of, take her time looking over the arrows. These should suffice. And she wants to buy 20 arrows.
20 arrows will set you back 1 gold piece.
Cool. So she's going to hand the gold piece over and put them in her quiver.
All right, what are we doing?
Okay, Neona's going to look at the others. She's like, I guess we should go find this Torleaf Ranger. And she's going to grab the crossbow bolt.
It's the only lead we've got so far.
It's a lead, at least.
Yeah.
How far away does the place look on the map?
By the looks of it, based on the drawing and what you figured out from your trip way up north, you could probably reach there If you left now, you could probably reach there the next morning.
Does that include a rest?
If you'd like.
I mean, we could rest at the watch for the night and maybe leave early in the morning.
That sounds like a good idea.
That's fine to me.
Alright. So, are you guys going to head back to the watch?
I think so.
All right. So you head back to the watch, and Olgoff, you haven't been given a bed, and you know that you won't fit into any of the normal beds.
Well, I gotta say, Olgoff is actually kind of a bit itchy at the moment because he hasn't been this clean for quite a while. And he's considering that he needs to go and get himself a little bit dirty again to be comfortable. So he's thinking about going to have a little lie down in a trash pile for an hour.
A nap in the trash.
But as you walk in, Orvek comes up to you and says, "What have you figured out?"
Neona's gonna answer him, I presume. So the Fletchers advised us we should go and talk to Torleaf, the ranger. They don't seem to recognise the feathers that were used for the fletching on the boat. On the boat?
The boot?
On the bolt. So we've decided that it might be best to wait till first thing in the morning to journey to find him. Hopefully he can shed some light on where the feathers came from and maybe lead us to who made this bolt.
Oh, very good. Torleaf, I've heard of him. Surly character, but he's one of the best rangers in the area. And as Olgoff is walking out, he goes, "Oi, Olgoff, where are you off to?"
I was going with those lot.
What'd you say?
Sorry, I've lost my place there. So what's happening again? Sorry.
So you've walked into the headquarters. Orvek has asked what you figured out, and as you were walking out, he yells out, "Oi, Olgoff,
Okay.
Where are you going?"
Okay. He turns around and comes back and goes, what's wrong?
Well, where are you staying the night?
Well, I mean, I do want a bed at some point, but right now I'm a bit too clean, and I'm thinking about having a sleep in some trash for a bit.
Well, that won't do. You're a member of the Watch now, and I expect a certain level of hygiene from all Watch members. But fortunately for you, I have set aside a cell down in the jail for you. It's nice and comfy. There's lots of hay. You'll be all right there.
Okay, I see that being acceptable.
Excellent. So he tells you how to get down to the jail cell, and right in the back left-hand corner, there's a cell there, and an empty cell, and it's got heaps of straw and everything. It looks quite comfortable, and it's the jail, so there'll still be bugs and everything, and the straw's not entirely fresh.
Excellent. Well, yeah, it makes him a little happier.
Excellent. Can't having a member of the Watch sleeping on the streets. All right. What are we doing? Are we going to go straight to bed, or are we going to do something?
I'm guessing, probably just like go to the dining hall and eat and sleep, unless anyone else wants to do anything.
Aralis would go over to the guardsman's rest and play some music and entertain some folk, because it would be pretty boring sitting around headquarters all afternoon.
Awesome.
Is it still afternoon?
It's
Then I guess.
Well, it was
pushing
only
like
just after midday.
Yeah, true.
it's pushing like 3 o'clock.
With any luck, Aralis can earn a few coins while he's over there.
Give me a performance check. Oof.
Nice.
You walk in, and it's at that time of the afternoon. It's still rather empty. Like there's one person sitting in the corner having a meal, but
So he's got plenty of time to warm up.
yep. So
Practice.
he finds a nice quiet corner and just starts warming up, doing some scale runs and stuff like that. And
Getting his lips all flexible.
Yep. The barkeeper, seeing what you're up to, brings you over a drink and has a quick chat with you and everything, because any type of entertainment, music or whatever is good for business. So as you're warming up and doing your scale runs, people start filtering in, and as the night winds by, you crank out some fat beats. I mean, you're in fine form. And by the end of the night, you're well liquored, you've been fed, and you've managed to get yourself 25 copper pieces.
Woo!
12 silver. And like a beaten up gold piece.
Woohoo!
So not too bad
And
for
everybody loves me.
Yep, and hey, look, you didn't
Apart
have
from
to,
Neona.
you didn't have to buy your meal.
Not
You didn't
yet.
have to buy a drink, and you're pretty sloshed. Like you're not so sloshed that you need Naona to drag you out again, but you're pretty happy. So good job on that.
Excellent. He will stumble home at a reasonable, well, not too early, but he's got to go places in the morning, so he'll go home at a reasonable time.
Yeah, Neona's just kind of spent the afternoon sat on her bunk, writing in her journal and, writing all the notes from about the crossbow bolt.
All right. What about Sturish and Olgoff?
Serge would probably have found somewhere reasonably quiet and probably meditated for a bit, because he hasn't had much time to do that over the last couple of days.
Over a bowl.
Yeah, we've all been there.
I think Olgoff is just going to go back, go to his cell and to relax. But he's kind of itchy at the moment because of it being clean, so he's trying to roll in the haze a bit to kind of sort that out.
As you
So
walk,
roll in there.
as you walk down into the to the cell, you can see the occupants, and they just shrink back into the corner because they're not used to seeing bugbears in town. And as you're rolling around in the straw, you're going, and they're freaking out because you're making quite a lot of noise and a lot of grunting and stuff. So it's very uncomfortable for them.
Olgoff actually he feels in a bag and he doesn't talk to other creatures very much. So he actually pops across to one of the other cells and says hello, and he's surprised that he's not getting much response.
What? Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
Olgoff tries to smile.
Charisma check.
Oh, what's charisma?
Haven't you got a negative for your...
I've got it. Oh, where's my dice? Where is it? Don't worry. D20 -1.
Oh, you're as charismatic as Neona is.
Headley.
Nice.
And you give him your best smile, and somehow, maybe because you're actually clean, and you comically got little bits of straw sticking out of your fur, you actually manage to look cuddly and lovable. And so the inmate that you were talking to, he's like, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I'm part of the watch. Unfortunately, I'm too big to fit in the beds in the keep, so I am sleeping down here.
All right. Do you
But
snore?
I'm happy.
Please don't
Yes.
snore.
I do. Badly.
Join the army, they said. See the world, they said. Sleep in the same room as a bugbear, they never said. Oh, it's going to be a long night.
Just be careful. Don't get too close to. Are there bars between the?
Oh, there's bars,
cells?
yes.
Yeah, I just said don't get too close to the bars at night. I tend to kind of slash out in my sleep. I meant slash. I do actually slash with my claws.
he takes a step back and like curls up in the corner of his bed and
Nothing.
stays there.
Like, nothing personal. It's nothing personal. It's just what I do. I'm a bugbear.
It's what a bugbear does.
Here.
Oh, all right.
I'm smarter than the average bugbear.
Hey, where's my picnic basket? All right, so the night unfolds peaceably. Olgoff is awakened as drunken prisoners are brought down and thrown in the cells, and he's like, "Roar!" And they're very quiet. Then he goes back to sleep.
I just remembered he's got thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy. So, so his voice booms, like some sort of god, and the room shakes. Shut up!
I can just imagine Ulrich saying in the morning, "We've never had such a quiet night in the cells."
He does. and you roll over and you go back to sleep, and like you start snoring, and like the bars are rattling in their fixings, and like little bits of dust are rattling out from the joints.
Yeah, well, the candles with flames, or the torches, like.
As you breathe in, the flame comes closer to you. As you breathe out, it goes away from you.
I'll be dying to use that.
So yeah, morning comes. What are we up to?
Arillus will make himself pretty.
Arillus spends an hour brushing his hair and cleaning his clothes and everything. He folds them and then presses down really hard on the creases, so it looks like there's actually the creases. And an hour later, he comes out and he's looking presentable.
Olgoff kind of rolls out of his straw bed and just dusts himself off once and then walks out. Done.
He gives
Go ahead. He kind of picks his teeth with his with the end of his warhammer. Yeah.
He pulls it out of his mouth and he sees a big chunk of flesh and he shakes it and it flies across the room and hits one of the prisoners in the face.
Oh my days.
Yeah, you can keep that.
Brilliant.
What about the rest of you?
Yeah, Neona's just gonna get up, get all her stuff together. Actually, she's probably up before the rest of them because she doesn't need to sleep. So actually, she's gonna be down in like the main entrance, just kind of pacing and impatiently waiting for everyone else.
Surish?
Surish does his meditations on a morning because he has to for an hour, and then he just gets up and gets ready. But he gets up quite early, so he'll have been up before the others anyway.
Awesome.
And
So
then he
you
goes and joins Neona
Yep.
waiting at the door.
So you all eventually meet in the foyer. Aralis being last, of course. What do we do?
As Aralis appears, Neona's she's going to kind of looking up and down. She's like, I don't think a ranger is a sort you need to put that much effort in to try and impress.
I didn't put effort in, I just woke up like this.
Now we both know that's not true.
So, are we walking or do we get to ride horses?
Same deal as last time. You can rent a wagon. It'll it's not
Cost.
much of a walk.
Oh, the wagon was expensive
It was
last
expensive.
time.
How much was the wagon? I can't remember.
Let me scroll through. I know I wrote it down somewhere.
Yeah, 100 gold pieces.
Oof.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you walk, it'll probably take you to like just before midday to get there.
Pleasant stroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A walk in the countryside will do us all good. It might air out Olgoff. He stinks of the cells at the moment.
He's rather
Chris.
pleased with that smell. It's
I really am.
Like drunk vomit and pee.
yeah, pretty much.
That's smell of victory.
Your people pay money for this, don't they?
Certainly do.
Alrighty, are you guys on your way?
Yep.
All right,
Here we
so
are.
you head out of town and you follow the map, and you only go the wrong way a couple of times. You have to switch back. The map's not incredibly detailed, but you figure it out. Let's have a look here.
We've got 2 map makers, haven't we?
I was going to say.
Yeah. I'm proficient with cartographer's tools.
Yeah, but it's more the quality of the map than your ability to read maps.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
All right, so you guys should be showing up in a forest.
There's
Yep.
2 Naodas. Woohoo!
Oh,
Aralis is in heaven.
All right, let me drop Surish in
Oh,
here.
one of them disappeared.
There we go. Just make sure you guys are all seeing what I want you to see. Yes. All right. Do your thing.
I know
What?
now. Serious is kind of just
Casually
sets off
strolls to
walking.
the back of the order.
It's quite a brisk place because he likes walking. He's a walky kind of dude.
Unless you want to go first, Iona. I mean,
No, actually, she's going to sort of hang back a bit with her bow readied.
I don't know.
Something tells me something tells you there's enemies ahead.
Oh.
Oh yeah, does Naona pick up on anything? Because her passive perception is quite good.
No.
Okay.
This
yeah,
forest
so
is
she'll
giving us a
stop.
funny vibe, is it?
Yeah. And he'll do an active perception check to see if well, that's not great, but hey-ho.
You look around and it's almost midday. The birds are shining. The sun is chirping. The bees are trying to have sex with it, if my understanding is correct on the matter. It's a really nice day, nice and bright and sunny, and it's nice and shady underneath the trees. The path looks worn but not well travelled, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But you see nothing of note.
Well, let's keep going. Doo-doo. I'll move in little increments just in case.
Yeah.
Aralus will be like,
All right, stop
yeah.
there. Go back to
Okay.
2 spots. Yep. As you walk past this spot, all of a sudden, 2 vines come out and wrap around your leg. Give me a strength check, please.
Strength check or strength save?
A strength save. Sorry.
That's alright.
Let's get some dice rolling, eh?
What was it again? I just looked at it and I forgot. 2. Nope.
What the?
The vines wrap around your leg and pull you over, and emerging from the bush is some kind of hideous tree monstrosity, and it unwraps its vines from your legs, but you have been pulled over and you are prone. Everyone roll initiative. Let's get it on. Alright. Control
plus
T.
3.
Oh, nope. Rejected.
I think I'm pressing on the wrong fucking button on my dashboard. Carlos and Olgoth put their
Yep.
duties in. Oh.
Aralis and Olgoth need to put their values in the turn order thingy.
Sorry.
All right. Which out of you has the best dex score?
Mine is 17.
Mine's 11.
All right. So Naona goes first. The tree monstrosity lashes out with one of its vine and takes a swipe at Surish. Let's do this. And misses. And misses.
Wow.
Naona.
Naona is going to move up to it and take a couple of swings with her short swords. (13 and 20).
Miss and hit.
Okay. It's without the modifier in it for the second one.
Yes.
Is it a D6, isn't it? A short sword, yeah.
Yes. All right.
What?
Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Olgoth.
Olgoth is going to move up, I think, and get to there. I think I could do it because I've got a long reach.
Yep.
So I can go from there. And why can I never remember this? It's D20 plus the
What to attack?
Yeah.
Strength modifier.
The strength. Yeah, strength. Okay.
Plus your proficiency modifier.
Ah, that too. It should be on your character sheet.
Sorry.
You know where the weapon is. Yeah?
Yeah.
You know it says plus whatever after the range?
Oh, yeah, plus 4.
It's a D20 plus whatever that is.
Yeah, got it. My bad. Sorry.
All right, that hits.
10 plus 2.
Oof. And that was with your mace.
Yeah, the warhammer.
The warhammer.
Yeah.
All right. What else are you doing?
Actions. I'm going to end the turn there.
Okay. Arillus.
Arillus will move up to here.
Mm-hmm.
And he will yell at the creature something like, "Shouldn't you be a salad on someone's plate somewhere?"
Oh, snap! Which is the sound that his little twig arms makes as you insult him. What's the save on that bad boy? Is it wisdom?
14. Yeah. Yeah, wisdom 14.
It doesn't matter. That lands.
I do a whole 1d4. Woo!
And what type of damage
For
is
psychic
that?
damage.
Psychic
damage.
Alrighty.
And it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Alright.
Nice.
Because, I've hurt its feelings. It's
Yeah.
lost a little bit of confidence.
Oh, you've had feelings.
You big weenie.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Alright, Surish.
Okay, so Surish will stand up.
I didn't see that coming.
And yep, and he's going to just walk forward and take a swipe with his eagle there, which is, hang on, where am I at? Plus 4.
That misses.
And then it does his little fist follow up. And also misses.
It kind of as you take a swing at it, it like parts of the foliage that make up its body like shrink away and then come back into shape as
he's not really like too happy about having to hurt nature really, so he's probably like
pulling his punches.
His blows. Yeah.
I get it. All right. So it's the Thorny's turn. The observant ones in the party notice he stamps his feet on the ground, and little tendrils come out of his feet and sink into the ground, and it looks, and you can see it like suck nutrients up from the ground, and it kind of pulls itself back into shape a little bit. So it's looking a little bit healthier.
So who would notice that?
You would notice it, Naona, because your passive perception is pretty high, and being an elf, you are attuned to such forest creatures and know their ways. It is going to lash out with its vine again. It's going to take a swing at Olgoth, being rather displeased with the beating he took. 17.
It has disadvantage.
That's a hit.
Oh, it has disadvantage as well. 9.
It doesn't miss.
And misses. Naona.
She is going to swing her swords at it, but she's going to sort of turn around and say to everyone, like, you have to watch these tricky plant creatures, and she's going to kind of point down towards like the rooty bits and hope that they understand. 21 and 9.
21 hits.
Cool. For 5.
5. All right. Is that your turn?
It is.
All right. Olgoth.
He's in a hitting mood today, so he's going to take another swing with his warhammer.
All right. Definitely hits.
Damn it.
All right. It's looking all fucked up at the moment. Is that the end of your turn?
That's it of my round. Yeah.
All right, Aralis.
Well, Aralis is gonna shout another insult, but I can't think of anything right now.
Oh,
It doesn't have to be incredibly witty. It can be like, you stink.
Okay.
Why don't you make like a tree and leaf?
Fair enough. Good. Good. I like it. Good. I like it. All right. A save that is 19.
If you rolled a 19, then it saves.
Okay. Excellent. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Surish.
well, Surish is he's gonna. Oh, hang on a second, actually. No, he's just gonna take a couple of swipes again at this thing. Oh, hang on, I need to move closer really to be fair. Swoosh. Okay. Oh, 13.
Misses.
No. Follows up with a punch.
Hits.
14. Yay! Little punchy fist does. Wrong button. Oh, 6.
Oh, very nice. As you come in, and you're bang! It sits there, and you can just hear it creak as it just kind of and falls over. However, once again, the tendrils come out from the body into the ground, start sucking up nutrients, and it stands back up. And it is now its turn again. It's going to take a lash out at Surish. 22.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And does 8 damage.
Oh, no, not 8 damage. Surish grunts.
But what did you say?
Nothing.
So I thought you meant, you know what I mean by grunt, you know.
Oh. Nope. We just grunts takes it.
All right, Naona.
Yeah, she's gonna try the stabby thing again, and she's gonna kind of, she's gonna sort of turn to everyone, sort of say, "It's like, you have to be careful of these things. They seem to draw on the surrounding nature. They're making them very difficult to kill."
Oh, I'd be able to fix that.
19 and 22.
Hits and hits.
Yay. Five.
It falls.
Wow.
It falls over again. But you're not out of the woods yet. Excuse the pun.
Little tendrils. Go fuck these tendrils.
All right, Olgoff, what are you doing?
Algoth is he's getting a little bit hacked off with this plan, so he's going to cast Guiding Bolt.
All right, fire away.
Literally. Oh, D20.
Hits.
4d6.
All right, what type of damage is that?
That is
Radiant.
yes, that radiant damage. Yeah.
Radiant. All right. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Arrows.
Can Arliss shout out, "Can we burn it with something?"
Arliss can definitely shout that out.
Okay, well then that's what he does. And
So can I just ask that? I guess that didn't kill it.
That will be revealed at a later date.
Okay. 21.
It's not its turn yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Little voice from the sky shouts down.
again, he's going to cast Vicious Mockery at it, but I don't have an insult, so just use your imagination.
Come on, come up with something. It doesn't matter if it's shit or not.
Hey. You're looking a little brown around the edges. Did autumn come early for you this year? I don't know.
That'll do.
That works.
I mean, literally, you suck is an acceptable insult. So you don't have to put a whole heap of thought into it, okay?
Sure.
That's what the dice rolls are for.
Sorry?
That's what the dice rolls are for.
Yeah, roll for
They add that
roll for
extra.
damage.
Oh. So, it succeeded then.
It's unconscious, so it can't make a save. So roll for damage.
Oh, well then if it's unconscious, I guess it can't hear me.
Fair.
Also true.
Oh, I didn't realise it was unconscious.
I
I'm just
didn't
insulting
even-
the
I didn't even
unconscious
think of
plant.
I didn't even think of it either. Let's just say, well, it's unconscious, it can still hear you. So roll for damage.
That doesn't seem likely.
He's dreaming.
2. Alright. Surish.
Can Naona sort of say to people, has anyone got a tinderbox on them?
Yes.
I do. Yes. But I also have put my might.
I've also got a torch.
Got candles, but apparently nothing to light them with.
Yeah, Suresh is just gonna try this. And Suresh kind of just like inhales a little bit, and you start to see like stuff drip up his teeth, and then he just breathes a gout of acid at the creature, but specifically on the ground as well, like seeping the ground in acid also, just to see if that like might or might not stop it reviving if it's just sucking up acid out of the ground. It gets a dex save, but it's unconscious, so
It automatically fails, so roll for damage.
yeah. So that's it. 26. 7.
7. You
Yes.
spit the acid out, and the wood begins to bubble, and you can see the ground around it steaming. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. Tendrils into the ground, sucks up nutrients, stands back up.
Oh, I tried.
It is going to take a swing at Naona with its vines, and 12.
Misses.
All right. Naona.
Can she try setting it alight with her tinderbox? And hopefully not cause a forest fire in the process.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Oh, God.
Give me a... That's a very good question.
Sorry. I don't know. Would it be maybe sleight of hand to try and sneak in? And
I'm going to say that given the medium that this thing is made up, it would be too green to catch a light from normal tinder.
okay.
From like, I would let you make a sleight of hand check for me.
Yeah. $11.
All right, you try and you take some of the tinder out of the box and you try and stuff it in the gaps in the thorny, but it doesn't stay. It falls to the ground. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do? That was your action, so
Yeah.
you can move.
Tell me, fire spells.
I was just like,
How high do you reckon you can lift that thing off the ground?
All right, Olgoff.
Yeah, it's a good point. A question. If I did, are you able to grab that thing and like lift it?
You can try that.
I mean, obviously, after going to hit it, can I do it as a bonus action, or do I?
No, that would have
part
to
of
be your main action.
It sounds like a really bad idea. So I can think of though. Okay, so what do I need to roll for to try and grab it?
Give me a strength check.
Okay.
All right. You wrap your big furry arms around it and lift it up off the ground. It is now what's the word I'm looking for?
Grappled?
It is now grappled, with its feet hanging off the ground.
Okay, because that's my action, and
Yes.
my hands are kind of forward.
Arillus.
Come on, give it a bitch slap.
Have to be careful when it's in a grapple with him though as well now. That's the only other issue.
Yeah.
So
Find me.
Olgoth has the thorny up in the air.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was just thinking that maybe if its tendrils couldn't reach the ground, it couldn't regenerate. Like twat.
Good thinking.
But I don't know, it could have massive long tendrils for all we know. Fuck it, Quartz is an evil bastard.
So could Arillus take a swing at it? Or is that not possible because it's grappled with Olgoth and it's in the air?
You can take a swing at it, and I'm going to say you have advantage.
Alright.
But
well,
Olgoth
Arillus
takes. Let's see what roll you get, and if you roll high enough, you don't damage Olgoth in the process of it.
that sounds like a deal. So I'm gonna move up next to Olgoth. And then take a stab with my rapier. Strength or dex, okay. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
You have
Oops.
you have advantage, so roll again.
Oh yeah, true.
You miss. Let's
Okay.
move that one there so that works. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
All right, Suresh.
To be fair, Sirius has just got to like moving up and punching it in the back if if he's got it grappled. Yeah, but he's gonna drop his equal and just do 2 unarmed strikes instead. I think I can be a little bit more precise with a punch than I can stab with a giant spear. Unarmed 20. It's a +4. Oop.
Ooh, nice.
And then again with the I want to find a key point.
Mm-hmm.
And where's it at? And do a flurry of blows as well, which means I get number 2 promises. Yes, that's 2 hits.
2 hits, yes. And neither of them
That's
connect with
1d4 plus
Olgoth.
2. Okay, and also what I'm going to do is I'm going to, when I hit with a flurry of blows, I can produce an effect. And one of those effects is it can't take a reaction until the end of my next turn.
Ooh.
So
Thinking.
I don't know if it'll make a difference, but sure, she's just willing to try and forget anything at this point in time. So that's a 5 and a 4. So it takes 9 damage and it can't take a reaction until the end of my next turn.
I really like your thinking. I mean, this is a lot of fun. But nowhere on this sheet does it say that this regeneration effect is a reaction. So
it's worth a try.
so it just goes smack, smack, and it just and then the tendrils go down into the ground, suck up the nutrients, and it's back up again.
Lift it higher, Olgoth. Stretch.
All right, the Thorny is going to try and get out of this. Get out of this grapple. I need a strength save, please, Olgoth.
Is that the same as self? Just
no, on your character sheet, you see there's a box that says saving throws.
Oh yeah, strength.
Yeah.
2. Yeah, 20 plus 2 still. Good. Boom.
I can't remember whether that's one of your thingies.
You managed to keep hold of it. Nicely done. It's
Cut it in half.
Hulkamania!
All right, Naona.
Neona's getting a little bit tired of this, and she's like, "Oh, can we not just get Olgoth to fling it back into the trees and run away?" She's gonna try stabbing it again because that's about all she can do. Because fighter. 18 and 14.
All right, that hits. All right. The tree thing takes some damage, and Olgoth takes 3 damage.
Sorry, Olgoth.
All right. Olgoth.
Cool, blimey, I don't know what to do.
There's certain actions you can take when you're in a grapple, I'm sure of.
I haven't built those up. I was up to the right situation here, aren't I? Right. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work either. Averages, can you hit any particular part of a being if you just hit something? I mean, could you not hit the bindy bits that are coming out?
No, you are not able to interrupt the regeneration cycle.
Okay, so what he's going to do is, if I drop him, is that going to cause a reaction from him?
No.
From the Thorny?
You can drop him.
Okay, he's going to drop him, and then he's going to cast Bane.
Yep.
I remember how to do all this stuff. So that's just put a D20, don't I?
Alright, Bane hits.
What does Bane do?
So that is basically whenever the target okay, so the target has to do a charisma saving throw, and it fails to make whenever a target that fails his saving throw makes an attack saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the value from either the attack or the saving throw.
Alright, so I've got to make a charisma save, and after that I've got a d4 penalty to an attack or a saving throw.
Yep, that's it.
What's your spell save, Ed?
So a second.
What's your spell save?
Spell. Saving. You got strength, intelligence. Wouldn't that be wisdom?
Yeah.
That's
So it's
plus
8
5.
plus your proficiency plus your wisdom modifier.
8. Sorry, say that again.
8 plus your
8 plus
proficiency.
your- Yeah,
Proficient. Oh yeah. Oh god.
which
So
I'm guessing is
plus
2.
so 10,
8.
10 plus your
15.
wisdom modifier. Yeah.
Be 15.
All right. It gets a 3.
After we did all that math.
All right. Was there any damage on that?
No, there's no damage. It's just a kind of nobble it a bit.
All right. Arillus.
Laura,
Mm-hmm.
is the thing that you did to make it not be able to use its reaction, is that still in effect? Or is that past?
It's until the end of my next turn.
Okay, and you haven't had it yet.
No, so yes, you can move and not get an attack of opportunity, basically.
Oh, okay, well that wasn't going to be the question, but okay.
All right.
Just for academic question, if the creature was to move away out of its base, would it provoke attacks of opportunity from all of us?
The attack of
Depends.
opportunity rules are that it has to willingly move out of range. Like if you force it to, you don't get attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, either way, because everyone's getting a little frustrated, Arillus is getting impatient and bored. He's going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level.
Yep.
So that's a Wisdom saving throw on 14.
Makes it. Yes, it makes the save.
Okay. So on a save, the target takes half as much damage. Okay. So 8.
All right. Falls over. Surish. This is so much fun. You guys were
Yay.
really, really close. You had the right idea.
So is it unconscious again?
It is unconscious, yes.
Quick,
Can
run
we-
away while
can
it's
we-
unconscious.
Not a bad idea. Or can we start a fire under it?
You can definitely try starting a fire if you'd like.
Yeah, because Sorcerer's got a torch in his tinderbox, so he might just light a torch and hold the torch to it, like actual flames, if that makes sense.
I will let you light the torch as your action.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright, is that all you
I'm
want to
also
do?
gonna move back 30 foot while I can. And I can always move back when I need to. But yeah, I'm gonna move and light the torch.
Excellent.
Yeah, should have.
I don't want to be hit or have it slapped out my hands or anything. Like, if that makes sense.
The Thorny is back up again and takes a swing at... who has pissed it off the most?
I'll be back in 1 second. Well, probably 10 seconds.
I think it's going to take a swing at Olgoth because he seems to be bringing the pain, but it doesn't matter because he misses. Naona.
She's just gonna have to keep stabbing it because there's not a lot, really. I think she can do.
All right.
So I guess a hit and a miss.
Yes.
Sometimes it's always had an axe.
6.
6. All right. Falls over again. Olgoth.
Hang on. Okay, he's gonna cast spiritual weapon, and he's gonna conjure a big honking axe. Okay, I'll go see if it hits first. Of course.
Big honking axe.
Isn't spiritual weapon a bonus action?
I mean, he can be used as
Is it not?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you got like your attack and then.
No, you can do it as you can do it as a yeah. So if you look at the in the secondary actions, you can do it as that, and you can cast it twice and have it do one attack and then another.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So okay, that means okay. So all for attack.
Hits. Where would you like to conjure the axe?
Well, let's say it's the other side of the thorny where I'm not right the second.
There you go.
Is that a great honking axe? Yeah, it's pretty.
That's a big axe.
Hang on, let me just look at the.
There you go. You have control of it.
1d8 plus 3. Go on. 7.
Right. What type of damage is that?
Force.
Force damage. Okay. It comes slamming down into the thorny and fucks it all up.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Arillus.
Arillus is going to. So Thorny is incapacitated again.
Yep.
Unconscious. Arillus is going to take the ready action, and he's going to hold his rapier such that as soon as those tendrils start coming out, he's going to attack it. The tendrils.
Okay.
On their way into the ground.
All right.
To stop them from going in.
All right. Sirish.
Sirish is gonna move forward.
Yep.
And he's going to try and hold it. Is it back on the ground again? It's not back up,
on
is
the
it?
ground, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just gonna like hold the torch to it for 6 seconds, I guess.
All right. You stab the torch down into the pile of wood and leaves and vines that is the thorny, and it immediately catches fire and just goes limp. And you're all out of combat.
Woohoo!
Got there in the end.
You guys needed cold fire or necrotic damage to keep it down.
Have any of us got that?
Nope. Or Olgoth might have some necrotic damage.
Yeah, not yet. No, not yet. I think later.
Yeah, Arillus just fucks with people's heads, so...
Usually Sirish manages well enough just punching things in the face, but you know.
Alrighty. What are we up to?
Trying to work out what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, I think all standing kind of scratching our heads. It's like the owner's like, let's hope we don't bump into any more of those.
Yeah.
We know what to do
Sirish
now.
picks his eagleware up, but he keeps the lit torch in his hand.
I'm going to keep hold of this for now.
Alright.
Guessing we're going to carry on then.
Yep.
Doo-doo-doo. Nice little walk through the forest.
If we get attacked by another one, I'm burning the forest down.
Make sure to be rid of all of them.
Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to make sure.
That's what City did. Well, there was loads of these scary, like scarecrows, basically, that kept coming to life in this farm that we were trying to save some people in, and they just kept coming to life, and eventually set the whole all the fields on fire.
If in doubt, burn it all to the ground.
Which way? So
Just
we'll make a
like
decision
the,
here. Which way should we want to go?
Left or right, guys?
Does the map tell us whether to go left or right here?
That's what I was just going to ask.
No, the map basically gave you directions to the entrance to this part of the forest.
Okay. Well, 1 will go left, 2 will go right.
Yeah. I was going to say, someone want to flip a coin?
Split
Left
the
it
party. What could go wrong?
It's up and down on the map, but it was left and right to us.
Yeah.
I knew what I meant.
So you're all going left?
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Golf like, oh, it's such a nice walk. I want to have a little sing. So he starts singing along to his own little song.
Which is basically just a series of grunts at different keys.
Yeah.
Naona's going to turn to Aralus and she's like, I never thought I'd say this, but maybe you would want to sing instead? I can't listen to that bugbear noise anymore.
we can try to make it sound a little bit better, and Aralus will bring out his flute and try to play some notes
Jam
next
along
to
with him.
the
Yeah,
grunts.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ogre overhears this, so he uses I can't say the damn word.
Sounds louder.
Thaumaturgy to increase the volume threefold.
Oh, well, I think now the entirety of the forest know exactly where we are.
Yeah. Guess we're not sneaking up on these guys. All this
It's only even 30 feet. I don't know if that's just the noise travels actually. If it's the thaumaturgy, I thought only the area effect was only 30 feet.
I'm not sure.
It would seem a little weird because a normal voice could travel 30 feet. Like the end of the, do you know what I mean? Like,
I think it's because it's meant to be more an effect than an actual thing, but it could have, doesn't do anything.
Or would it just mean that it's just like really loud to the people within 30 feet?
Yeah, I don't really go into what that means. It's just
All right. As you come out of the forest path, you come to a clearing, and there is a stream running. It's running by, and there's a small bridge over to what looks like a palisade. You've got basically logs standing up, creating a wall with spiked tops. Inside the palisade, you see a small but tidy house, and in front of the house there is a bench with an elven male sitting there, carving something. Naona, you very faintly hear the sound of a high-pitched barking and whining.
Okay. Am I the only person that can hear it?
Yes, because of your passive perception.
What's your passive perception again? What level is it?
It's on your character sheet.
No, what's yours?
Oh, mine's 14.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mine's 13, I think.
Yes, no.
Mine's 10. Spends too much time in his own head.
I think
Yeah.
someone's hungry. Someone hungry?
Yeah, I just ate 2 biscuits as well. We're trying to do off the grumbling, but
Surish pulls out his pipe and starts having a smoke and starts making sounds of pleasure.
Leanna's like, Suresh, I don't think this is the time for that. But she's like, listen, guys, can you hear that?
Hear what?
If you guys would like to make a active perception check, you may.
oh, this pipe's really good.
Nope.
Sorry, trying to find perception.
Just, yeah. We'll be on the long list.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff.
Okay, got it.
Olgoth hears the high-pitched yelping and whining as well.
Oh, yeah, I can hear that.
Coming from your right, or from the south. But as you come up, as Naona comes up towards the bridge, the elf drops what he's carving, picks up his bow and arrow, and aims it at you, and says, "What do you want?"
Leona is going to do the same. She's going to knock an arrow in her bow as well.
Oh there, people. I don't think arrows are required here.
And he steps in between the two of the fucking wolves behind him.
What language are you talking at the moment? Is it common?
Yeah, what language did he speak? Well, it doesn't really matter. He was just going to step in and call once he sees the bows being leveled. It's like,
Calm down.
we just came to seek your advice. We were told that by the Fletcher's brothers in town that
So the elf, the dwarf, and the gnome are brothers.
Yeah, the brothers in Fletching.
All these human types must look the same to
Well,
Suresh.
technically they are, because they are all part of the Fletching Guild.
they're all soft skins. But anyway, yeah, they said that you would be able to help us. So did Ovek.
The elf growls and lowers his bow. And
Thank you.
Come on in.
Leona.
Leona's just going to... Is he a wood elf, I'm guessing?
He is let's say he's a wood elf.
Yeah.
Sorry, just gonna step away for 2 seconds.
Yeah, she's going to very begrudgingly put her bow away.
Excellent.
Oh, you can see Shurish relax slightly.
People are weird.
Arliss is just looking generally not too pleased with the situation.
And Shurish approaches quite, carefully, just to make sure he's not overstepping any kind of bounds with his dude.
Good day.
Good day. What can I do for you? What do you need?
Well, we've got a bolt that we could use the fletching on it being identified, if at all possible.
He holds out his hand.
Naona is going to step up. Pass the bolt across to him. And also in Elven, ask him, what is that awful whining noise I can hear?
he is going to respond in Elvish. He's going to say, "Sounds like a wolf cub. They're a pain in my ass." He looks at the bolt and rolls it over in his hand, and he goes,
Yeah, and it's like, it's poisoned.
"Yes, I can see that."
You'd be surprised how many people don't. She's still talking in Elven.
Yes, and you'd be surprised by how many people are stupid. And he looks at the feathers and he ruffles them up a bit and he licks it. It's just what they do. And he goes, okay, yep, I know where these are. This belongs to a small water bird that you can only find at Lake Sturm, north of Tolea.
Sorry, Lake where?
Sturm. North of Tolea.
Naono is going to, still in Elven, ask him, are there any peoples known for crafting arrows using these, and bolts using these feathers?
There are villagers who may use them, but I've heard rumor of a group of bandits set up camp in the tower in the middle of the lake. Maybe they are responsible for it.
Excellent. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Now please leave me. I enjoy my peace and solitude.
Leona's going to take the bolt back and cross back over the bridge.
Suresh like suddenly realizes, okay, they've stopped talking now because he hasn't understood a word of this.
Yeah.
He just like bows respectfully to the wood elf and walks off.
The elf gives you like the slightest tilt of his head.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's a grumpy arsehole, eh?
That's fine.
He's a ranger. They're used to
He's an
their
elf.
solitary ways. What are we up to?
So Naona is just going to relay the information about, where the feathers are from and the bandits in the camp that have camped in the tower on the lake. And suggests that maybe they head towards the lake and the tower.
Even if they weren't responsible, the bandits still need taken care of.
Exactly. What time of day is it?
Considering it took you like 3 hours to defeat that Thorny, no. It's probably pushing lunchtime again.
Okay. Should we head towards the lake today?
Do we know how long it'll take? I guess not. None of us have been there.
Yeah. Would any of us have an idea? We could go
Why
and
don't
ask
we?
Jeff.
Well, we could just
You
start
guys
walking there, and
wouldn't.
then if it gets
You
dark,
guys
make
wouldn't
camp.
have any idea of how long it would take because you've never been there.
Okay. Leona's going to go back and talk to Torleaf. I'm guessing because map maker, she'd have a map. And she's going to get her map out and she's like, would you mind marking where the lake and the tower are? Me and my companions are not too familiar with the area outside of Talia.
He he points to an area that you haven't coloured in or marked. And he says it's about a day and a half north of Talea. Keep on following the north road and you can't miss it.
Thank you. We shall leave you in peace.
Finally.
Grumpy fuck.
Can't trust these wood elves. Yeah, so she's going to explain to everyone where they need to head.
I had a map of the Greater Tolea area.
Yeah, I've got it.
You
I
do?
can see the lake.
Ah.
think.
Oh,
Yeah,
it must
I
be
do.
a handout, is it?
No, I think I took a screenshot of it.
Oh yeah, it is a
I
handout.
can.
That's excellent.
Oh,
Good
alright.
job,
Never mind then.
other quacks. Let's see, show to players. There we go.
Aha. Okay.
All right.
So where are we?
Yeah.
You guys are. Let me pull up the map again. You guys see the road heading east. You keep on heading east, part through the crossroads, and to the south in the woods there, in the forest
Oh.
there.
Okay.
What the shit is that? That's weird. Did someone draw a line on the map?
Nope.
Where?
It must be going from across the river into the palisade. Must be
I can't see it.
Can't see it.
No, it must be. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. What are we doing?
So I guess we could either backtrack and go back through to Leah, or go north and cut through the forest and along. Is that a river?
Let me pull the map back up again. It is a river, yes.
Yeah, north. We could go north from the crossroads and along the river. We may stand a better chance of surprising the bandits from that direction.
You mean the bandits living in the tower in the middle of the lake?
Yeah.
They might see us approaching from any direction if they're in the middle of the lake.
And in a tower.
We could use the forest for cover, maybe. Depends how dense the trees
I
are.
suppose
I guess
my lady can shoot arrows very, very far.
she can.
Milady.
I mean, because the other option is go along the road.
Well, it took us half a day to get here, so it's going to take us half a day to get back to Talea.
Yeah.
Spend the night and then go north up the road, perhaps? Or else we spend the night in the woods.
I'm fine with the woods.
Me too.
You would be.
I think Arillus might be outvoted on this one. And Leona's going to try and soften the blow by saying, "But I mean, we might find another one of those campsites."
I suppose. Nothing quite like songs around a campfire. Fine.
There's a spirit.
You'll grow to love the forest, I'm sure.
Is no one at all concerned for the very obvious hint about the yelping and the whining coming from the
I was
forest?
just
Well, Arliss still can't hear it.
yeah. So who heard it? Me and Olgoth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Olgoth as well. I hear it all the time. It's not a. Let's get off my nose.
This is a constant high pitched whining in your ears, is it?
Yeah, humans and
Is
and other
Olgoth dating you, babe?
all you other creatures are always make this kind of noise all the time around me.
So like,
like in a prison.
so I guess it like the whining and yelping and stuff. Does it sound like? Well, Naona knows they're wolf cubs. Does it sound like they're like in pain and stuff?
It is distress and fear.
Okay. Yeah, Neona's going to say, it's like, maybe we should go investigate what's upsetting the wolf cubs around here. She's like, I know you can't hear them.
Can Arliss try hearing again? Listening again?
Yeah, give it a go.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah, you can definitely hear it now.
Oh, now you mention it, I can hear something. Huh, it doesn't sound so good.
I'm guessing, like, I don't know, how much would Neona know about wolves?
You'd know quite a bit. Being an elf and living in nature and stuff. And having travelled far and wide as well.
I'm guessing it would take a lot to cause wolves to make that kind of noise.
Mm-hmm.
So can she tell which direction it's
You
coming
can
from?
definitely hear it coming from the south of where you are.
Okay.
Arliss is going to say, I'm surprised your ranger elf friend over there isn't at all concerned about it.
He doesn't like wolves very much. He doesn't like things
Anything
very
very
much.
Yeah, she's gonna sort of look at Arliss and say, Rangers are strange people. He doesn't seem to have much love for the wolves of this region.
Keeping him up at night with all the howling and the yipping and shit like that.
Okay, well, I'm guessing she's gonna. So would it like what south through the trees here, sort of thing?
Yes, it definitely sounds like it's coming through the trees.
Can we make our way through the trees?
Give me a strength check.
Strength.
Arliss is going to turn around and ask the other two, are you coming?
You try and push through the trees and the bramble and the bracken and everything. But it's too thick and you can't make your way through.
Maybe we should backtrack and try the other path. Perhaps it leads to.
Should I have a go quickly? See if I can get through.
Yeah, give it a go.
Yeah, right. That ain't gonna happen.
Nope.
You're too big to get through the gaps.
Yeah. And you keep on, your fur keeps on getting caught in all the thorns and stuff.
Arliss being a little more wiry than the other two is like gonna try and kind of be quiet and not draw attention to himself because he doesn't want to go through there.
I don't think any of us are getting through that way. Perhaps we should follow the path back around and take the other fork.
Ladies first.
And because no one's moving, Leona's just gonna, she's just gonna walk and hope that everyone follows. And hope we don't bump into any more of those.
Yeah, Suresh lights his torch back.
It's narrow.
You're skinny, Aralus. It'll be fine. Does it sound like we're getting nearer to?
You can still hear it off in the distance. Just bloody hell. As Suresh comes around the corner, he sees up ahead of him another plant monstrosity, and behind it, or well, on the other side of it, there is a small wolf pup who is barking and growling and protecting what looks like another dead wolf. And the tree monstrosity is menacing it, and the wolf pup, and his hackles are up, and he's protecting this dead wolf.
Oh, poor puppy.
Okay, so that's...
Suresh has still got his...
Yeah, so he's just still got the torch out. He's going to swap out his spear for his eagle for a javelin. And he's going to try and move cautiously forward, hoping that the thorn slinger is kind of like distracted by the wolf pup. And yeah, I'm going to launch a javelin at the thorn slinger.
Go for it.
Just to try and like distract it our direction as well, I guess. So that's 1d20 plus 4. Love it.
Nice.
Oof.
Hits.
It's a 1d6 plus 1d6 plus 2. Yes.
Alright. You throw the javelin in it, and it flies true and sticks into the back of the thorn slinger. The thorn slinger turns around and glares at you. Well, you assume it glares at you. It doesn't necessarily have eyes, but somehow you know it's glaring at you and looks displeased.
I think I upset it.
Alright, let's roll for initiative, guys.
Is a monstrosity a creature?
No, I believe a monstrosity is a monstrosity. Alright, we will you. Put you there. Everyone. Bloody hell.
Sorry, I rolled initiative.
No. Everyone's in here?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright. Aralis.
What's the range on that? 60 feet. Affects objects. Okay, that square there. Aralis will move here and cast. Oops, this one. 20 feet. Oh, good. He'll cast fairy fire on the point that I've, that point.
Yep.
Because it has a 20-foot radius, so it'll get to the Thorn, but it won't get to Zurish.
Yep.
And to cast fairy fire, dexterity saving throw.
Alright.
14 is
16.
the. Okay, it saves. Oh, the end.
Alright.
It's a good attempt.
Naona.
She's gonna move there. And loose an arrow at it. $13.
That hits.
Cool. Was it 1d8 plus? For 11.
Alright. Surish.
Okay, Surish is going to move his super full 40 movement speed up to the Thorn Slinger, and he's going to try and thrust the torch at it. But it's not prone this time, so it's going to have to be, like an attack roll?
Yes, please. I'm going to treat this like an improvised weapon that does fire damage.
So an improvised weapon is just like what my unarmed strike would be, isn't it?
Yeah,
For the attack.
1d4.
And he misses.
Misses.
Oh well, alright. He's just there waving the torch in front of this thing's face.
The Thornslinger is going to lash out at you with one of its vines. 10. It misses.
Swoosh.
Oh,
Little dodge.
Going to just need to check the distance. Guiding bolt, yeah. Is it cast guiding bolt again? There's 120 feet, so can I move first, or can I do it from there?
You will have to move at least one space so you can see around the trees.
Okay. Right. Do I need to go a bit further around here so I can actually see him?
No,
okay?
I'm happy with that.
Okay, so it's 20 plus 5.
That hits. your guiding bolt howls towards the thorn slinger, and as it hits, it buries itself in the thorn slinger, and you just see this light just pulse out of the gaps in the thorn slinger, and then the thorn slinger just explodes into a shower of wood chips. Surish takes 1 damage from some flying debris.
Sorry. Oh god, raises his hand, which is kind of smoking and kind of blows off the steam.
So it's just like brushes the bits of twig off his scales.
Good job.
It's a good spell, that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Neona's gonna make her way up here.
So as the wolf pup notices that it is no longer in danger from the thorn slinger, it goes up to what you can now clearly see as its mother, and it starts nudging and whining. It kind of does it side on, so it's keeping an eye on you, which keeps on nudging it with its nose.
Is the mother wolf like dead?
Oh, it's dead. Yes.
Oh.
Can Naona go and try pick up the wolf cub? Because maybe Torleaf will take pity on it. She'll use her elf charms or something.
Torleaf does not like wolves.
If
Keep it as a pet.
You can definitely go try and pick it up. Give me a nature check.
Nature.
Or handle animal, wouldn't it? Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Arillus will.
Yeah, nature or animal handling.
Animal handling. Let's go animal handling.
Cool, because I'm better at that.
Arillus will suggest taking
15.
a piece of
15.
Taking what?
You as you reach down to pick up the wolf puppet, it growls at you, but you whisper some words to it in Elvish, and it kind of calms down and allows you to pick it up, and it's shaking as you hold it up against your breast, but eventually it calms down and gives you a lick on the cheek.
I think it likes you.
Yeah, Neona's like. I'm guessing Torleaf isn't going to care much for this. For this pup.
I get the impression he doesn't care for much, to be fair.
It does seem that way.
Oh, there's no fear.
Can Neona pup as a pet?
You can certainly try.
Orgoth goes, well, if you don't want to, I can always make a good meal out of it.
Neona just grips it more firmly.
And turns away from him and glares at him.
It's my wolf pup.
Can I try and give it a pat?
Give
Says
me an
Alice.
animal handling check.
Neona's like, go right ahead. Here's where he
right.
rolls better than she did.
Oh,
No one will be surprised that the wolf pup growls as you go to pet it, growls at you, and takes a quick snap at your fingers.
Leona's laughing is like, see, he's got the right idea about you.
I like him even more now.
I just need to work on him. He'll come around.
I'll call him Marilus. He'll be more faithful than you. Easier to train.
Oh, damn.
And that way, when I kick at her, it'll make me. I won't feel as bad.
Oh, she's not that mean.
All right.
She just doesn't like people.
She's pretty mean, especially if his name's Arrows.
He's just a pretty half-breed, though.
All right. Naona, you now have control of your wolf pup. Oh,
Yay!
No, we will change its name, though. What do you want to call it?
I don't know. Can I have a think about that?
We'll just change it.
I
to
have
you.
a suggestion.
Okay.
Since you don't have to accept it, but since it was here with that thorn slinger, why don't we call it Spike?
Ooh.
Thorns,
Or Thorny.
spikes, or Thorny, yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe we
let's call it
shouldn't.
Sleep on it.
Maybe we shouldn't
Yeah.
name it after the thing that killed its mother.
Well, you didn't say that the. No, okay.
But Spike is quite a fearsome name for.
Why don't we call it Spike for now?
Yeah.
And we can change it at a later date. All right. Why don't we take a break for like 5 minutes and come back?
Okay, look. That has to be gone at 2 o'clock anyway, because my other game starts.
Okay. Cool. I'll be back.
What's the time?
Right, be right back.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yay! I've got a wolf.
Yay!
Thought it was pretty
Friend.
funny that it's snarled at Aralus trying to pat it, probably because of the proximity to Neona's breasts.
See, she's got protection now from those handsy half elves. I'm sure a elf will be useful to have.
Eventually.
Yeah. Oh, it's got no mother, and you know, the ranger doesn't seem to be that interested in much of anything, to be honest. So,
If the ranger could hear its distressed whining and ignored it, he's not much of a ranger.
He isn't.
I don't trust
This
him.
is one of those hunting type rangers.
Yeah, even more of a reason to keep this pup safe.
What are you going to name it, Leona? What are you going to name it?
Oh, I don't know. Names are difficult.
They are indeed. This is why I like fantasy name generators.
Our fantasy name generator is just the most useful website ever made.
I got this game for the Xbox. It's called Pillars of Eternity. It was PC originally. It was a Kickstarted game that was funded by Kickstarter. And it basically tries to represent as best as possible a tabletop RPG game. Obviously, it can't really deal with the roleplay aspect of it too much, but like all the rest of it, like your skills and your abilities when you're building your character, and taking a rest, and you like pick up clues, and it doesn't prompt you when you go to see somebody like, oh, give them this. Obviously, you ask them about certain things, and so it does make it as close as it can be in a computer game, without that spontaneous element to it. As close to representing a tabletop game as you can get.
I think I've got that in my wish list on Steam. Someone recommended it to me. I think it might have been Quacks, actually.
Because Lava was playing it, and he sent his
Yeah, we have it.
he sent us shots of he enabled big head mode, so all the characters have huge heads that look like little bobbleheads, and the heads bobble like when they fight and run and that. And he said he was just sitting there pissing himself laughing while playing it. He said it was really good, so I thought I'll give it a go when I got paid on Thursday. So I was like, it was my turn to buy some games, so I got that in Rage 2.
Cool.
That seems pretty good so far. And like the combat's like tactical based as well. Like if once you get into initiative and you then do stuff and you have to like it'll have like the DM notes that come up that describe the where you've just walked into kind of thing, and it allows you, if you have the abilities, to make checks to do things, and
that's quite cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. A lot of the stuff it takes into account automatically. Like if you try to sneak, it just takes in what your sneak level is, and it's obviously got a built-in DC.
Yeah.
And then other ones you can select a skill to use if you want. Like we're climbing this cliff, and one of the guys slipped because he was injured, and it allowed me, if I wanted to reach out and grab him. And another guy was about to be attacked by somebody, and it gave us two options because I had two skills available to the thingy. You could choose which one you wanted to do. I was like,
Yeah, I think it was.
Good.
Yeah, it must have been Quacks that recommended it to me, because I added it to my wish list and was like, oh yeah. I had a quick look at it and I was like, I'll have a proper look at that later, and then promptly forgot to.
Can recommend.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
So you now have a pet.
Yep.
Yay, little Baba. I feel like, Spunk wasn't a derogative to sperm. I would say call him Spunky, just because he was standing up to that little that kid's life. You know what I mean?
It's a bit wrong.
Unfortunately, that
Look, if we can
phrase
accept
of, like,
failing, we can accept Spunk.
No, it was more Spunky.
Spunky.
When somebody's like, let me at him, kind of thing. But as you see, it's got that connotation to it now.
Yeah.
Rather than just like a kid with attitude. Like it used to be.
Yeah. Cool. So I guess there's not much more we can do here. So
No.
start making our way, I guess. What was the plan? What, back?
We could just out-cute the bandits.
We can end the session here if you like.
It seems kind of a convenient point, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way we can start afresh in a couple of weeks' time, whenever.
Cool.
Just gonna decide to be a piker again.
Yeah, because I won't be around next Sunday.
Oh.
I am going out for sushi with my mum and my sister because it's my birthday.
Yay!
Thursday, I think.
I'll try and remember that.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
I'm terrible with.
That's rubbish that even I can't remember what day it is.
I'm the
Ed can.
I'm the toy boy.
I'll buy about 6 months.
Yeah. Sugar mama.
Maybe not. Cool. I'm happy. I got a wolf.
Yeah, Olgoth is kind of still looking, going, "Oh, I'm gonna get that wolf."
Would anyone else like to try and make friends with the wolf?
I guess Stuart will have a little go. His animal handling's not too bad.
Yeah, I don't play with my food.
Yeah.
Aralis is going to go hang out next to yeah.
You do realise now Naona's just going to train him to just not like Aralis.
I'm old and 11. I don't think I get a pat in. But...
You try to give him a pat, but never having met a dragonborn, he kind of shies away and everything. It might take a little while for him to get used to your presence.
Cleavage.
Well, we'll get you some meat or something. Yeah, maybe that'll work.
Olgoth goes up and licks him.
Here we get some barbecue sauce.
Unfortunately, he is going to have to stay with you down in the cells, so you better get used to him. You two will
better be careful. You might not come back.
I'll just look at it this way. Olgoth, he might add to the smell. It's not all bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do some research and spit roasts.
Really?
Get your minds out of the gutters.
And like you know who you're playing D&D with, don't you?
I can see it now. Spike is chewing on a bone on the floor of the cell that he shares with Olgoth, and Olgoth is reading the cookbook.
Wolf ways. I don't want ways to cook a wolf cub.
Wolf fricassee, drool. Wolf kebabs. Nom, 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 nom.
You'll have to put extra charisma points in your wolf so you can just give him puppy dog eyes. Like,
So look even tastier. I like it when my food pleads.
At this point in the wolf's development, every charisma check is an instant crit. It's a natural 20 every single time.
Wow.
Who can resist a cute little baby wolf?
maybe it's a tabaxi.
True.
On the upside, Olgoth, it is the only member of the party that will enjoy your smell.
Well, we'll
Think
see
about that.
We'll see that about how that works. See what its limits are.
It's a dog. They just
Yeah.
love foul-smelling things.
Yeah, like dogs are kind of disgusting creatures sometimes.
Well, maybe that will endear it to me.
Yeah.
Before you know it, Olgoth is going to be knitting its doggy clothes from his own fur. It'll be alright. He'll have a spinning wheel down in his cell, spinning his.
It'll be like my ex when he was like, "I don't want a cat. What do you want a fucking cat for?" 3 months later, he's lying there with the cat tucked up on his chest, his little head under his chin, going, "Isn't he lovely?"
Yeah, picking bits of food out of his teeth, on the floor for it.
Meanie. Supposed to be a reformed bugbear.
Oh, yeah, that was good today. Cheers, Quacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Those tricksy thorn things.
There is another 2 thorny fuckers in this forest, but I wasn't gonna make you do it. Considering that fight took fucking half an hour, and then some.
Oh, that's the thing, because like Naona's a fighter. There's not really much more she can do apart from like hit it.
Yeah.
Do none of you have like flasks of oil or something?
Not
I think
honest.
so.
No.
No, I've got like a tinderbox and torches and that, but that's kind of it.
I have 2 costumes and a disguise kit.
I've got some vestments.
Should have just made a sorcerer instead of a monk. Bang!
Do you think incense would have helped at all?
Well, let's see if I can pull it up again. The Thorny regains 5 hit points at the start of its turn. If it takes cold, fire, or necrotic damage, this trait doesn't function at the start of the Thorny's next turn. The Thorny dies only if it starts its turn with 0 hit points and doesn't regenerate.
Yeah, I haven't got any fire or cold or necrotic stuff. I think
No, even my magic arrows. My magic arrows are psychic and force damage. So
yeah, because I mean the clerics doesn't really become offensive until kind of level 4 or 5. Of course you've got the going bolt, but it's not until kind of 5 where you have the really really cool shit.
yeah.
I would have accepted someone starting a fire on one turn and then trying to throw it in the fire or something with their next turn or something like that. But that was a lot of fun for me. I know it wasn't much fun for you, but that was actually a lot of fun for me. It was unexpectedly.
How dare you make us have to think whilst playing D&D?
It is fun as a GM watching your players just like do everything but the thing that's needed. Like Lama spent half an hour with us. He was howling with laughter, and we were like, "That's obviously really easy." And every time we tried all this random stuff and that, he was just like fucking pissing himself laughing until we realised in the end what we needed to do, and we were all like, "Oh, that was so simple." And he's like, "Yeah, but it was loads of fun for me." Yeah.
But Laura, I really like your approach of taking away its reaction. I mean, it didn't work, but it was a really good thought. It was thinking outside the box.
Suresh has only got like these little things, other than punching stuff in the face. It hasn't really got much else at his disposal, really. So might as well use the little things he has got. If someone had lit a fire, I could have pushed it into the fire with a punch as well. Because I can move things up to 5 foot with a punch as well. But it's got a strength saving throw, which I imagine that thing doesn't have a high strength.
13.
Oh, higher than I thought.
I guess I was just looking at the spells. But I guess banishment at level 4 could have worked.
Yeah.
What does banishment do?
Banish. Fuck off.
Yeah, you attempt to use a creature you can see within a range to another plane of existence.
You said it to a fire plane.
If a target is on the native plane with existence you're on, you banish a target to a harmless demi-plane.
Aww. Unfortunate. Just fuck off and burn.
Unfortunately, it only stays there for the duration of the spell, which is a bit crap.
Yeah, I've got.
It's long enough to run away, though. Yeah.
We have a bit of a chill.
A whole minute, that's 10 times your movement speed. That's 300 foot. We could have run away.
Yeah, I'd have to wait till level 5 to get the flame strike. Oh, that was good.
The Thorn Slinger is really interesting. Anything that touches it or it touches, it's considered grappled. It has adhesive blossoms, and at the end of each of the Thorn Slinger's turn, anything grappled by it takes 1d6 acid damage.
Ooh.
Oh, that wouldn't have been too bad for Surish.
I was going to say Surish.
Very, very lucky that he didn't make contact. But
yeah, but I have got acid resistance, so that wouldn't have been.
Yeah, fair enough.
Reduced that a little. Still.
and its actions are thorns, where it can either make a ranged or a melee attack, and if it made a melee attack, it would have adhered. So
They are interesting little creatures.
there's a bestiary website where you can just like pick like plants. So I looked at all the plants and go, challenge rating 1.
Yeah.
And yeah.
There was a little site that for encounters that I'd found the other day as well for if you wanted to make, and you put in like the level of your party.
Oh, is that the one you sent me the link
Was
to?
it you?
Yeah.
Was it Kobold Fight Club?
I don't think so. It's just a very, very simple thing. You either put in the level of your monsters and the level of your party, and then it told you whether that was a deadly encounter for your party or normal or easy. Or you could put in what kind of fight you wanted. If you wanted a hard fight, and then it'd tell you what CR you needed of monsters in order to.
Didn't you dump the link in general on here? I think.
I can't remember. Can't remember. I put it.
I know. I bookmarked it because I was like, otherwise I'm going to forget that exists.
Yeah. Just a handy little quick thing. I would mostly use it for if I built an encounter and then I wasn't too sure how difficult it's going to be. You can pop it in there and then it's deadly. Okay, right, okay, we'll take some stuff out. Oh yeah. I don't want to kill them. Not this time.
Yeah, Kobold Fight Club's really good and does the same thing.
There's probably a few of them kicking about really. It's just...
Yep.
So I can't imagine a Kobold Fight Club though.
The first rule of a Kobold Fight Club is yip yip. That's their byline.
There's a guy
Did
plays
you turn your stream off?
Oh, hello. Just speaking shit.
There's a